Boom. Nervous at this point?
Look at that! We're gonna have to jump. We're going for it. We're in a river. We need a kayak!
Jalapenos on there.
Welcome back to another episode of Live Free Read. They've officially lifted our fire restrictions. Now I can burn my trash. I like to burn all my paper goods. Toilet paper, any of that stuff. Burn it. It means I can fire my guns again. I haven't even shot the new AR I got. We've been in fire restriction the whole time I've had it. I can light my fire pit. I feel free. Finally getting that rain out here that we've been talking about. Every day, pretty much right around 2-3 p.m., these storms start building up. The last few videos I've put on here have included some information and details about the pond that we were digging. You can go back and check out some of that content. We did finish the pond. We got it completely excavated, and it is already full of water. So that's worked out great. Timing has been perfect on that. Look at that. It's probably about 6 feet deep in the center here. Good amount of water in here. It hasn't filled up and overflowed yet, but we got some rain on forecast today and the next few days. You can see a lot of these clouds over here will start building up throughout the day, and eventually around 2-3 p.m., like I said, it'll dump on us, and water will fill from this wash down here. And once it fills this pond, it's gonna overflow right here. We still have to do a little bit in here. We wanna kind of build the wall up across here, but the water will flow down. And you can see we got another wash dugout over here. So this will collect any overflow water and send it out the back of the property. You letting her eat your grain, bro? What's up, Johnny? What up, Ray J? He's a good boy. Look at you. You silly little goose. JR's daughter, she started painting all these horse pens out front, and they look badass, dude. She's doing white on all the pens. Looks pretty good with that nice black barn backdrop. That's that sediment pond I dug. So this will hopefully catch a bunch of debris in the wash, get trapped here, and then once that fills up, it just flows over the road into this wash. This isn't final here. We're gonna pour a big old slab of concrete in here, so that way the water can just flow up and over nice and easy. Culverts just constantly fill up with mud. One season, they're useless, but that's what you got. So water coming in, filling up, flowing over into this next wash, and then down to the pond. We were about to put the pump on the other day and just start filling the pond, and then we got slammed with some heavy storms and it filled itself, and now we don't even have to. If we need to, we can, but chances are we won't have to for a little while. If you're just clicking on this video and you've never seen any of my videos in the past, maybe you have no idea who I am, what I'm doing. I live full-time in my RV off-grid with my dog. We spent about 1.5 years living out of my car full-time by choice, sharing that experience, and then it was awesome. Things have worked out great in my life, and now I got this RV and this little piece of land here on my friend's 70-acre ranch up here in northern Arizona. If that's the kind of thing you're interested in, please subscribe. That's the kind of content I intend on sharing. Little things out here on the ranch, things I can do for him over at the barn, things I can do over at the RV, maybe just some, camp cooks. I can go truck camp in my vehicle and do a little overnight camp cook or something like that. Please like the video, leave a comment. Any questions you have, I like to respond to the comments. Liking the video definitely helps me with the algorithm. I'll take any help I can get. Things have fortunately worked out. It's been quite the journey. I've moved around a lot, lived on a few different homesteads, faced some tough situations, met some great people. just kept chugging along, and now here I am. Things really couldn't be any better than what they are right now. Like I said, I got my own little spot here, my little RV. The RV does need some work. It's fine and safe to live in for now, but I'd like to be able to renovate that stuff when I can. There is up over this hill a rodeo arena, so on the weekends when it gets busy over there, you can hear the PA system and the rodeo events going on, but that doesn't bother me. It's really just me. We got a pond back here that brings a lot of wildlife in, so Lady just kind of posts up out here and stays on observe mode. She's always trying to protect the land. But we get a lot of elk back here. We get a lot of deer. There's been a lot of coyotes lately. She keeps fighting the coyote. When I get a clean shot at that guy. But it's pretty cool. There's actually one elk in particular out here. He just lives in this spot. I think he's pretty old, but he's been here for like 2 months now. He knows I'm here. We're cool with each other. I haven't, obviously he's an elk. I haven't gotten that close, but I do every few days walk towards him, let him know I'm coming, let him see me, pick up my scent. And as I get close, I'll usually kind of hang out, stand there for a little while. We'll both acknowledge each other, and then I'll just walk off, kind of showing him like, hey, I'm not a threat. I'm here. I'm gonna be here, but I'm not gonna hurt you. And every time I do that, I get a little bit closer than I did the last time. So who knows, maybe he'll let me get real close pretty soon. I don't see him out here right now, but this is that little pond area I was telling you about. This is a separate property back here. I'm on the back side of the 70 acres. So this fence here is actually a property line. But that pond back there, there's always some wildlife in here. They like to eat this tall grass in here. So that's where you'll find the elk. And like I said, I'm just right here. So Lady will post up right up by that truck, right up on that hill. And she just stays locked in. Not a big fan of those coyotes though. And there's a couple random dogs that have been showing up out here. You don't like random dogs on your property. We have chickens. Chickens are the go-to for all these animals out here when they're hungry. They hear you have chickens and they want to come get your chickens. But our chickens are pretty safe. They have a really good chain link fence. We buried big telephone poles underneath and mounted the chain link fence to the telephone poles. So if something were to try to dig under the fence, they can't. And then we have a nice lid, some like chicken wire fencing over the whole top of the coop, so nothing can come down over the top. So they're pretty safe over there. This berm has worked great. It really keeps a lot of that water off of the RV and just flows around. Still haven't ordered the power window thing. The motor on my passenger side window is dead. At least I'm pretty sure it's the motor. I took the whole door panel off, got behind the vapor barrier, and did some investigation on the wires and everything just to make sure it wasn't like a switch or some electrical issue, but I'm pretty sure all of that is fine. And it's just the motor, so I gotta order one. We did that cabinet job the other day and I made some money off of that. And the plan was to order that, but I also had a speeding ticket I had to pay. And I went to town to pay the speeding ticket thinking it was gonna be like 120 bucks. It was $260. I literally almost lost my shit. Like $260 for going 9 miles per hour over the speed limit. I was doing 54 and a 45. And that pretty much wiped me out for what I made on that cabinet job. So after paying that speeding ticket and my truck insurance, I was kind of back down to nothing. So I can't order that window motor yet. I just keep having to, I gotta basically just take a tablecloth and I tape up the window on the outside when it rains. Or I'll go over to the barn and I just pull the truck into the barn. But I just gotta get that thing fixed. Hopefully this week. We got some storms over here south of us, but they won't impact us. Back here, whatever we have building up over here, that will come our way in a couple hours. It's like 1:30 right now. I just got back from over at the barn. I was helping JR's parents hook up to their RV. I'm back over here now at the RV, my RV. I was just messing with some compost. Took a look at that weather. We have yet to see on that weather app that green meter, that heavy precipitation meter. We haven't seen that thing full yet. So I'll be curious to see what happens. It could change. We could not get any rain at all. As of right now, it looks like it's gonna be pretty intense. See what the radar is showing. Yeah, so that thing's full. We're around 4:30. If we pull up the radar, boom. All right, I think it's time to put the old window cover on. I got my fly swatter, which has about 1,000 kills, because I know my truck's full of them right now. I'm gonna try to use as much of this already used tape as I can. I think we're in business. I might not even need to use any new tape. Put a little up top here. All right, look at that bad boy. Running out of tape. At least it won't let any rain in. Now we gotta get rid of these flies. Put these windows up. Oh man, they're everywhere. All right. Now we gotta start working these guys out of here. Get out of here. I think I got him. All right, let's hurry up. Starting to get windy. Getting dark over there. That's what's building. That's what's coming our way. Come on, girl. Let's go in. I got a feeling this is gonna be probably the most intense rain we've seen right here at the ranch yet this year. Not what we're seeing right now, but I think what's gonna happen. This just feels like it's gonna be a big one. It sounds like hail. It is. Oh boy, this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this here. This is the most intense I've seen it. Look at all this hail down here right now. I'd say the pond's filling up today. It's gonna be overfilled. It's gonna be flowing over. Clogging up the windows. Look at, there's a river flowing out there. Low key, kinda a little nervous at this point about what potential damage there is out there right now. I feel like there's absolutely no way that tablecloth is keeping my car dry. I'm gonna have to put a sweatshirt on. The outside temperature has dropped 54 degrees outside right now. Trying to get on the weather app, but there is absolutely no service. It keeps saying something went wrong, try again. Can't tell if it's over. Let's see what it's like out here. Dude. You stay, good girl. That is nuts. Bro, that whole field over there is flowing. We gotta go around this way. Holy shit. It's still raining. Look at this. Dude. Holy shit. Look at that. You think the pond's full? I'd say so. Holy shit. This is nuts. Dude, I'm not even gonna be able to get over to the pond. There's no clear path over there. This is crazy, dude. Look at, there's water coming every direction. We're gonna have to go all the way around. Ugh. I can't even cross right there. I'm not gonna be able to cross up there either. Holy shit. Bro, that water tank used to be up here in front of this water tank. It's pushing up on that fence right now. That sounds like JR. I know that truck. All right. We're gonna have to cross up here. Dude, this is crazy. We're gonna have to jump. We're going for it. Ah, we did it. Woo! Yep, that's JR. Holy shit. Yeah, look at the pond. I can't even get over there. Oh my God. Hey, you think I should move that excavator? All right. We are in a river. Holy cow, man. This is nuts. Well, there's the pond. Holy cow, man. That is insane. Dude! What? Holy cow. This is crazy. This is nuts. Let's see if we can get over here. Woo-wee. Dude, you can see a lot of that hail. Wow. I can't believe that fence is staying. This is insane. Wow. Dude. I just got an alert on my phone about a imminent threat of flooding. Just now. Just got that alert. I'm great. Are you good? We'll see what it looks like after. Look at that. That is just flowing. Dude, we need a kayak. We need a kayak. Yeah. That's nuts. I've never seen a storm like that. And if you go over here and ask anyone in JR's family, they'll tell you they probably haven't seen water flow through here like this in 20 years. We dug that pond, trenched all that wash for monsoon, expecting it to flood. Not this. This is not what you expect. This is not what we were thinking. This is just... I gotta go check on my RV. As long as it doesn't come up to my RV, I'm worried about this river over here, which it doesn't look like it is, but all of this water here, dude, this is just, it's funny because we were even talking about it, putting my RV over by these pine trees or these pine trees. JR even said, he's like, it does flood down here, but you don't see storms like that very often. Sure as shit, here we are that year. But it's that super El Nino. This is just the beginning, I'm telling you. Man. So we knew this was a little wash. We knew that's where water would flow. That's good to see. And then my berm is holding up pretty good. Can't believe my table just stayed right there. I wonder how the inside of my car is doing. Dude, we're dry. We are bone dry. Oh, wait, no, just kidding. There's some wetness in here. That's all right. That's not too bad. Oh, you hear sirens. Dude, I'm telling you, whatever just came through here was nuts. Let's go get a good look at the pond back here. I know you guys remember, just a few hours ago, we were out here looking in this exact spot to see if that elk was out here. I was talking about how they like to eat in this grass right here, which is now completely underwater. Wow, man. Fence is holding up. This is all overflow from the pond. I don't know if you can see way back there. You can see the skid steer. There's the barn. That's where the pond is. What an absolutely insane storm surge. Man, I'm telling you, if you had an inner tube and you started at the top of the hill up there and just rode this river all the way down, you'd end up out in that pond back there. My phone's inside on the charger. The battery's about to be dead. I did send out a text to JR. I can't get over there to them. We got a big old river running through this whole property here. It's like the land before time. And we are in separate worlds now. So I can't get over there. We kind of communicated, but the river is so loud, he couldn't hear me. I sent him a text just to make sure. It seems like everything's all right. Doesn't look like anything needs to be immediately moved. It's so ironic that we moved that RV earlier, like I said, when I was at the barn. If we hadn't done that, their RV would be trapped on this side, and they need it exactly where it is, which is on the other side of this river. So thank God we did that. I just got off the phone with JR, and everything's good over there other than a ton of water. But like I said, I asked him, I said, have you ever seen anything like this? And he said even his dad has never seen anything like this out here. And his dad's been out here for quite a bit of time. I'm hungry. I'm tempted. I have beef, bacon, cheese over at the barn in the refrigerator. And I will have to go over there at some point to feed the animals, and I can just get food there and bring that back and cook. I got eggs and hash browns too. But I'm kind of hungry right now. I haven't eaten anything yet today, and it's now about 5 p.m. And I also here have some pasta, and I can make tomato sauce. I don't know. We'll see. All right, we're making the drive over. I don't know if this is a smart idea or not. We'll see how far we can get. I know I can't go that way for certain. We'll see if we can get over towards where the pond is. I better put my seatbelt on so we don't have to hear that. We'll see if I can get over towards where the pond is and at least just park there and walk over. This is nuts, man. I don't know how many times I've said this is nuts in this video, but just not a usual situation. Like I said, we get rain, these monsoons, but that one just landed on us directly. I don't even know what's going on outside this ranch. I imagine roads are probably pretty flooded out here. And that's the wash we had to jump over earlier. That thing was flowing like crazy. Might be able to cross up here. Bro, let's just drive over here real quick and check this out. That is bananas, bro. That is bananas. That's the pond. Let me give you a better view. That's the pond right there. Well, it filled. I don't know if I'll be able to cross over here. We'll see. Like I said, we moved that RV. That RV was over here, right by that excavator. Hooked up to it and moved it over there today, luckily, because it would be trapped over here. What do you think? I mean, I'm like blown away. I'm impressed. I mean, talk about good timing on digging out this pond. Just wow, man. I don't think there's any power. There is no power. Well, we're gonna take some beef, bacon, cheese. We'll do some jalapenos, mayo, Oh no, let's do burger sauce. We're gonna make some burgers. There is no power in here. Hi, birdies. Are you guys all right? You know, you gotta love being off grid. I have had no idea this entire time that the power is out because I'm just over here in my RV where I would just never even know if the power was out. I don't know who that was that just pulled in. But I'm just gonna get these animals fed real quick and then take that food back and get cooking some food. All right. We have successfully made it back from the barn. Now it's time to make, I think we're just gonna make some burgers. I think that's what's gonna happen right now. Get this guy. I really just cook whatever I can in this cast iron pan for the most part. Put a little bacon in this pan. I like to start my bacon in the pan while the pan is heating up. I don't wait until the pan is completely preheated. That's the only time I'll ever do that. Anytime I'm cooking meat, you always wait until it's preheated to get a nice good sear on there. But bacon, I just put it right in from the start. It seems to curl up less. So we'll give these things a quick little toast. Once the bacon's done, and then we will do our burger patty. I think I'm gonna do 2 little ones, little smash style patties. And I got a slice of spicy Colby Jack cheese. And then I got these jalapenos, sliced hot jalapeno peppers, and some burger sauce. It's gonna be delicious. There's the patties I got nice and smashed out. Just salt and pepper on those. And then I got some of these jalapenos. Give those things a little saute. Little babies, put one there. Put one there. Jalapenos look good. Yes, that is a paint scraper. All right, almost time to flip them. Once you start seeing the top of your burger sweat, that's when you flip it. If you start seeing some blood rising back up through, you can see it starting on the outside a little bit, but we want to see some in the middle too. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna put these jalapenos on there. Just put a lid on it. Let that cheese melt. Some on that side, a little bit there, a little bit there. Bacon in there. I think we can turn the heat off on the burgers.
One extra piece of bacon over here for baby girl. Good girl, boo-boo. Oh, baby. Scoop one burger. Right on top of our bacon bed. Oh, yeah. Put a little lid on it. Look at those things. Ooh, what a good idea. These little babies. Spicy Colby Jack cheese. Burger sauce. Jalapenos. Bacon. Everything was crispy on that bite. The edge of the bun is super crispy. Bacon's extra crispy. After this burger, I want to get crispy. Well, it sounds like the rain has finally let up for us. What a day today. I'm going to finish up this burger, get cleaned up. I got to bring some of this stuff back to the barn, although the power's out, so it's not like the refrigerator's working anyways. It's so funny. I love it. Being over here, you just don't know. I got this little light going right now just because it's easy and I can charge it off my solar, my Jackery. Otherwise, if I really needed light, I could fire up the generator. But I'm not going to do that. It's too loud. But like I said, I could just be out here doing my thing. Not even know that a bunch of other people don't have power. They're probably panicking. What do I do? I don't have power. We're good. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for coming along for that awesome little experience with that storm. If you can, please subscribe if you're not. I'm really hoping to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. That'll be awesome. Leave a like and a comment. If you do subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you know when I do upload my next video. I really try to do one a week. If I can. I want to do more. There's so many things I want to do videos on, but a lot of things cost money, a lot of money, and we're getting there. That burger was awesome. I'm going to digest, get cleaned up, get this stuff back, and probably put some sweatpants on and take these soaking wet socks off and start to prepare for bed. I love y'all. We'll see you on the next video.